one. Come with me. I won't hide. We're going on a ride. We meet each day, time to see, while we're young and almost free. I've got to lose this skin I'm imprisoned in. I've got to lose this skin I'm imprisoned in. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 156. My name is Matthew Keel. Alongside me, Corey Deering, Moose Cluel. Say hi at the same time.
Hi.
So, cool. So we're here every Monday night, YouTube between 8:30 and 9. We're just under the wire this week. YouTube.com/Nerds Gone Rogue. You can find everything we do, nerdsgonerogue.com. You can talk to us on Facebook, facebook.com/group/Nerds Gone Rogue community. You can join our Discord. I don't remember our Discord link. Is it just search for Nerds Gone Rogue?
Sure.
Great. Yeah, you can interact with us on Twitter at Nerds Gone Rogue, on Instagram at Nerds Gone Rogue _official. You can find my co-host, Double Legend Corey Deering, at Corey in HD 713 on Twitter, and he is Corey in HD everywhere else except for PlayStation, where he is Rogue Spartan 4. The mouth from the south, our beer-drinking, burger-eating PlayStation enthusiast, Moose. You can find him on Twitter at Sven, and find him everywhere else at Sven. He also hosts a PlayStation show called Nerds Gone Platinum.
Never heard of it.
We've never heard of it, but it's the biggest thing on our network. You can find everything else we do, the NX show, NGR Radio B-Sides, and all of that jazz, as I said before, at nerdsgonerogue.com. My name is Matthew Keel. You can find me everywhere at infinite_rewind. Let's get to the show. How are you guys?
The show. Great.
Doing
Playing
well.
some games, hanging out, eating good food, all that stuff.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Watching TV, apparently.
Awesome.
TV's on. I wasn't watching it, but it's on.
Before we
Did
get
that
it,
turn off when you shut the game down?
Well, no, like at my game, I moved my desk area around, and I have a little table over here with like my games streaming stuff set up.
Very nice.
And my big TV is over there. And so,
out of harm's way, I would hope.
yeah, it's gonna be strapped to the wall because we moved like this big piece of furniture over so it could sit on top of it. We're actually thinking about mounting it, which is like, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but it'll work.
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest with you. I've never mounted a TV because I'm too scared.
well, that's why my dad, who's a master builder of things and craftsman, if you will.
He knows how to do stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, when I need something done, I call my dad still, okay? I'm a 32-year-old man, and if I need something done, I'm like, Dad!
I sometimes do it, and I'm 40.
Yeah, well.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be 40 this year. It's the only reason I don't like living 1,000 miles away from my dad, because he would come over and do it.
Yep.
And then
So,
you buy pizza,
I'm just saying,
dinner.
the first
or
time I had
beer.
to fix the toilet by myself, that was a scary time. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But, yeah, so the TV is on because we were kind of watching TV and making sure everything was hooked up right and everything. And, left it on. American Ninja Warrior's on, apparently, so.
Awesome.
Always a good time.
But yeah, man, we've got a lot more space now. I've got more space in this area. It's my office area, I guess, is what you would kind of call it. So
Cool.
it's a good time.
Awesome.
If you want to see it, it'll be on Instagram. So
Cool. Looking forward to that.
trying to get my Insta rep up. Is that what you call it? I don't know what it is.
I have no idea what it is.
Come on, guys, I need your help here.
I have no. I'm older than you. I don't know how to help you here. Moose, how was your weekend?
Help you. Mine was good. Just hung out around the house. Played some video games. Went and saw a movie. First movie since. I mean, it hasn't been forever, but first movie since.
You saw it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Correct. I did.
Like it?
Yes. I think it's when you got a stew on. You got, because like I thought it. In watching the movie, I didn't make the connections in the movie, and it was until the end that I was like, "Oh!" And Kelly's like, "You're just figuring that out now," and I'm like, "I'm dumb. I don't know I can't know everything." All right.
This is why I watch movies where stuff blows up and not ones you have to think real hard at.
Well, it wasn't. You don't even really have to think real hard. Like it just popped in my head, and I was like, "Oh!" And so the end of the movie was awesome. It was amazing. One of the best endings I've seen in a long time. But I feel it's not the best Quentin Tarantino movie, but it's very much so a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like the dialogue was really good.
Yeah.
His storytelling was really good. And had I made the connection I made towards the end of the movie and in the beginning of the movie, I wouldn't have been like, where the hell is this going? But I enjoyed it even though I didn't know where it was going. Like I was having fun with it. So it's a good movie. I recommend going to see it. Kelly and I went to like a early show. It was like $12 for the two of us to go see. So I was like, that's not bad. So she was kind of like on it, and I'm like, okay. But we did see the trailer for Zombieland 2, and we're going to see that because I took her to see the first one in the day.
Nice.
She was like, "We're going to see that. You know that, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course we are."
Yes, dear.
So, but yeah, weekend was good.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Well, not that either of you asked. I was in Iowa this weekend.
How was your trip to Iowa?
It was
obviously, which is good.
Was it?
Was
white? Was it full of white people?
It's summer. Whoa. Whoa. I thought he meant like no. I'm like it's Iowa. It's like summer.
Okay. Before I'm gonna curtail this joke. It was for my grandmother's celebration of life. Okay,
geez,
so...
okay, I'm sorry. That.
Glad you did that.
No,
I didn't.
I am not.
Corey got stopped.
Every time I try to make some sort of like joke, it's always like it comes back and hits me right in the face like a.
Well, you're the one walking. You're the one walking in with a drink, going, "This party died. It's a funeral." Shit. That's okay. I didn't really give you the information beforehand, so I can't really be mad at you for making the jokes, because after all, it is Iowa.
Honestly, right after I said that, I'm like, I hope this isn't about that.
No,
and then it was.
And then I was like, yeah.
That's okay. Okay, so no, the celebration of life was we flew in Friday. We flew into Minneapolis, met up with my sister, ate there, drove down to Des Moines, and Saturday was my grandmother's celebration of life. We left early Sunday morning, but it was really cool to see a ton of my extended family on my mom's side again. I saw my godfather for the first time in like 5 years. And it was good to see him. His wife passed earlier this year as well, and I was actually his wife and Reba's grandmother passed away at the same time, and I found out when we were on our way to Virginia for her grandmother's funeral that my godmother was gone. So it was been a rough year on that front, but it was cool to see everybody. My grandmother was an awesome lady. Sucks that she's gone, but it was great to see everybody. We saw so many old pictures, and there's a picture of my grandmother holding my mother, and it looks like my mom holding my sister, which is odd.
Creepy?
It's creepy, yeah, but it also looks like it was done 50 years before my mom would have held my sister. I'm just like, wow, this is an old-timey photograph of my mom and Amanda. No, that's your grandmother and your mom. I'm like, oh my God, this family has a weird resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool to see everybody. Once again, Reba was overwhelmed by the amount of people I have in my family, because I've got a lot. My mom is one of 10 kids. Each of them, almost every one of them, has at least 2 kids, and one of them has 6 kids. So we're already talking like near 30 people on one side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the event was catered by noted Iowa barbecue place Smoky D's, and it was fantastic. I had what's called moink balls.
I don't even want to know what those are.
They are meatballs wrapped in bacon.
Oh, well, that sounds better than what was in my head.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
I thought, well, never mind. I'm just not gonna.
But I was fortunate enough to get some gaming in. Last night was pretty fruitful, but we'll talk about that when we get to game time. Before we get to game time, Corey, we have a contest.
Yeah, we do.
We're giving away that Astral chain.
Yeah, we are giving away that Astral chain.
That square platinum joint.
Give me some of that Astral chain.
It's gonna be fire. Comes out next month.
Yeah. So basically, all you have to do is email us at nerdsgoneroguepodcast@gmail.com. A screenshot of your subscription on podcast service of choice, or YouTube or Twitch, and you can gain a second entry by leaving us a nice review and rating us on your podcast service of choice and screenshotting that as well. Tell us why you like the show and all that good stuff, and you'll be entered to win Astral Chain. So,
yeah.
And if you send us all 4, you can get 4 entries into this
Hello. Very nice.
So the 4 ways you can win: screenshot, podcast, a feed, YouTube, Twitch, and your iTunes rating and review, and that's 4 chances to win. So there you go. We will be giving it away, announcing the winner on the 26th, which I believe is the Monday before the game comes out.
Yeah, it comes out on the 30th, doesn't it?
Yeah. So whatever that live show is that Monday.
That'd be the 26th.
Yeah. So enter to win. Giving it away.
It's like the lottery. You can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
That's you know what? That's true.
Luckily, unlike the lottery, totally free to enter.
Also true. Very true.
So
good point. I
mean, I come here for the good points.
Every dollar you give us gives you another entry to win the game.
Wait, no, we're not taking money.
You can PayPal it to my personal email address. I'm just kidding. That's not true. You cannot bribe us for the win.
Nope, you cannot.
You hear that ad now?
Tweet at me after the show. We'll talk.
This guy.
Oh, great.
Oh man, love this show, man. Every Monday. Woo!
There was something I was going to say before we got to game time, but I completely forgot what it was because Corey decided to start making our contest corrupt.
Hey man, $20 is $20.
That's true. No, it's good. Let's go to game time.
That is a good point. Let's
just go to game time. Let's just keep this truck a running. Let's go first. What you guys been playing?
Hey Matt, why don't you go first since you never get to go first? You always ask us first, so why don't you go first?
I appreciate that. I've actually played. I've actually, you know what? The only way to describe my playing habits this week is Matt is back up on his bullshit.
Oh boy, Binding of Isaac, Spelunky, that kind of stuff.
You fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in a little whatever From Software game is popular right now, or
You're
5 years,
close.
or 5 years ago.
He's
You're
doing
close.
Neo. He's
I
doing
played
Neo.
a lot of Neo.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Close
Go on,
enough.
Go on, Corey. Close.
Close
I would have said the same thing, but I knew that I've been seeing his check-ins on the PS4, like him playing Neo and stuff. So
Yeah.
I knew it. And I knew that's his latest, quote unquote, from soft drug of choice.
Yeah, by Tecmo Koei. So first off, I need to apologize to Jason Marshall if he's listening.
No, you
He
don't.
sent me a party invite last night, and I didn't notice it till like way late because at that point, Reba and I had fallen asleep watching Netflix.
Aw, good old Netflix.
But and then earlier in the day we watched Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit. It's a great movie. Anyway, so played a lot of Neo. I'm still doing Way of Demon. I've done a lot of the missions. I did not the first DLC, but the first. I had my first crack at the DLC of that game. That DLC's rough. They make it super difficult, and it's also showing a lot of the one thing that is bad about Neo that I never really noticed throughout my platinum run. You have to grind a lot, like not for levels, but you have to grind for gear. And I'm starting to realize why Future Press backed out of doing the Neo guide.
Oh yeah, because of the gear. The gear is just
the gear is not the problem. It is all of the stuff that can be on gear. Like at least with games like Diablo, like they kind of have a naming convention to it.
Yeah.
And with each piece of equipment, be it weapon, be it accessory, be it part of armor, you can have up to 7 things on it, and the pool of things is at least 100. I think there's at least 100 different types of characteristics. That it becomes a bit muddy, and then not to mention reforging, soul matching. Like the crafting system is insane. I think the only reason I've finally gotten my head around it is because I've actually had to engage with it a lot. But so still working on that. I've done almost all of the trophies for one of the DLCs. I think the other one is the last trophy I'm going to have to do is basically beat every single available mission on Way of the Demon, and that's just gonna be a while. So I'll start the other 2 as soon as I am able to. And then while I was on the road, I played a lot of Binding of Isaac and a lot of Streets of Rogue. Streets of Rogue, I love it. It's okay. Like I think it's becoming an addiction. It's becoming. It'll probably be one of those things that is added to my roguelike pool, along with like Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, Spelunky, Darkest Dungeon.
Have you played as the gorilla?
Yes, I played as the gorilla. I've been trying to actually unlock the wrestler, and I feel like it's the easiest to play, or it's the easiest to do if you play as the gorilla, because what you have to do is you have to get through the entire first world only using your fists. My problem is once you get to like the 3rd level of the world, there's always some modifier that fucks up the world around you. And if you walk, I'm always walking by picking up weapons, usually by accident, but I have to basically switch back to I'm just using my fist, because if you pick up a melee weapon, it's automatically in your hand. So usually around 1-3 is when I get screwed over for not.
Is there not a setting you can change that stops the auto equipping?
Honestly, didn't look. So
might be something you might want to look into.
Yeah, I mean, if it was something that was annoying me enough, I would look into it. But I'm still just having a ball playing that game.
Oh, that's good.
I like the fact that there's, you walk into a level and there's at least 2 little quest items you have to do before you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also what's called a big quest, and each is different for whatever character you're using.
So it's a 2D side scroller, right?
Well, it's top down.
Top down.
It's top down. It's super 8-bit graphics. I think if I were to be mean to it, I would say the graphics are bad. But I also think that this was a team of maybe less than 10 people.
Okay.
So I'm not really going to. I mean, what I like about this, I feel like this is a Nidhogg situation where if they were to do a sequel to it, it would be the same game, just better graphics.
Right.
But I love how systemic it is, because rather than it be just about the gameplay, it's kind of like you have to worry. They have each character tuned to a way that you can use the world you can use the world around you differently. I like the fact that if you unlock the assassin, he can basically go invisible for a little bit, so he can do massive amounts of combat damage. But if he gets seen, he's really bad to fight. But he can also avoid all the security cameras and all of the turrets that are kind of annoying. Gorilla can punch people through walls, and who doesn't like doing that? I will actually I've used the comedian. I've gotten people angry by telling jokes and had them run after me, and then I'll just run them into traps. I mean, it's that kind of sandboxy fun. And if go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'd like to point out, I was looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10 out of 10 on Steam at just over 45,000 votes, or 45. Yeah, this is 4,500 votes. 4,642 votes give it a 10 out of 10. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
10 out of 10 with that many votes, usually it kind of brings you down a little bit, maybe a 9 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of, and the videos look really good. I'm like, man, why isn't this on my radar? So I'm gonna have to check it out and see. I mean, I think it's on PS4 and Switch.
It's on PS4, Switch, PC.
Who knows about Xbox?
I actually just don't think it's on Xbox. But I've actually been looking into not just the developer, but like the publisher. I think the Tiny Build it's either the developer or the publisher. I think there's just 2 or 3 people on the title screen that are credited with full development over it. It's a solid game. It'll probably be on my list at the end of the year, based on how much I'm playing it now and enjoying it. And then as I said before, played a lot of Binding of Isaac. I have now beaten Satan.
Nice.
I did that for the first time. And
that felt good, I bet.
It was tense. My go-to is Azazel, and I think if you were to talk to people who play Binding of Isaac a lot, they'd be like, "Oh, so you like to play the game on easy mode?" Like, fucking whatever. But I actually had a good streak going. I fully beat the game 3 times in a row with Azazel. I realized I hadn't actually beaten Mom's Heart with Azazel on PS4, so I beat it, and then I went right back in and I beat Mom's Heart again. And when you do it the second time, it's quote hard mode. And then I decided to not jump in the chest. I went and did the boss rush, survived that.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sheol, which is hell, I guess. But it's, instead of being like red, like every other hell interpretation, it's completely black. And a lot of the enemies are black. So there's a lot coming at you that you don't even see, which is a very tense experience, but fun. And then I ended up getting to Satan and winning. First time I'd ever done that. Unlocked Judas, and now I'm addicted again.
Of course you are. That's okay.
I did play Spelunky. I got to hell. Felt really good about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm good here. I did that at the start of my night last night, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll just go back to. I went back to Neo, and then I'm like, you know, I'm gonna play Binding of Isaac some more. So yeah, not played much new, or I've not played anything new. Let's be real. Well, Streets of Rogue, I guess, is still kind of new. What do you guys play? Who wants to go? I'll just keep rambling.
Will you?
I don't.
Come on, don't tempt him.
Don't
do it.
I guess I'll go next. I've been playing. I've been playing some Destiny 2. But
speaking of backup on their bullshit,
I know, right? Let's see. Let's pull out the old Switch here and let you know what I've been playing.
Okay.
Mario Maker 2. I'm almost done with my 3rd level. Really, my 3rd level is done. I just have to beat it, and I hate myself for making this level, but it's all right.
In there,
it's okay. I downloaded SteamWorld Heist.
Nice.
Okay.
I checked that out for about 10 minutes.
I wishlisted that.
Huh?
I wishlisted that. I want to play that game. I've heard enough good about that game from people I respect that I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it was $6 last week, so I ended up just getting it. Let's see what else. It's I haven't played enough of it to really like have an opinion on it. To be honest, I'm still trying to get used to it. Except now it's on the back burner because of Fire Emblem, but I'll get to that in a minute. I played about an hour of Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon. That's the 8-bit one from NT Creates. It's tell you what, man, if you want to play a Castlevania Castlevania game.
It's a Castlevania Castlevania, isn't it?
Yeah. Not necessarily a Symphony of the Night style game. It's more of a
no, it's
NES,
it's
NES
actual
games.
Nintendo ass Castlevania.
Yeah, but it is really good. I was quite surprised. I really like the way it looks. When I was playing it, I got the vibe from like when I played Shovel Knight for the first time, almost just visually, how good it looks in that 8-bit form. I really like the way it controls. I like I like how everything is like kind of gray, green, and blue, and then your character is just like this bright red color. Yeah. And I'm like, man, this is NES to a T. So I really enjoy it. If you have $10 burning a hole in your pocket and you want a cool retro style game to play, that's the one. So I have also been playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which I didn't think I was going to enjoy as much as I am. Playing a lot, just hack and slashing my way through. It's a lot harder than I expected it to be, though. It does get challenging to a point where it feels like you should be able to just hack your way through it, but then there comes a point where you actually need to learn the character's other moves and kind of strategize and build your team the way you want. I haven't really found a complete team yet. I do like Wolverine a lot, just because he feels the most hack and slashy. I also like Scarlet Witch a lot, which I didn't know I was going to, but I like that she can attack from the air and at a distance, which is actually a lot more helpful than it might seem. So I like that. I've been
never go wrong with range. You never go wrong with range.
No, plus she can heal people, which is not very many characters I've unlocked can do that yet. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. There are characters in there that I thought I was going to enjoy more. Like, I think Captain America kind of sucks. He's just kind of, I don't know. He doesn't have very good stamina or health, and I don't know. I thought he would hit harder. I thought his shield would do more damage. He's just not working out for me. Hulk is, you expect from the Hulk. He, just hits really hard and stuns people, and it's kind of funny when he tries to talk, but he's the Hulk, so, so I've been playing a lot of that. It's pretty good. I'm highly enjoying it. So I've also played the first hour of Wolfenstein Youngblood. It's just more Wolfenstein, so can't really go wrong there. The opening kind of hour of the game, that was pretty funny. The girls are funny. They're very likable characters, I do have to say. They
Cool.
like they riff on each other. They kind of have their own inside jokes. The first scene where like they're kind of trying to pretend that they've done this before and they really haven't is pretty funny. I don't want to spoil anything that happens or the conversation, but it's pretty comical the first time they are in the action. I'll say it's really funny actually. But it plays like Wolfenstein. There's a little bit more of a I don't want to say loot shooter element to it, but there's a little bit more RPG ish mechanics to it, and the worlds are kind of there. I mean, it was made by Arcane, so if you've played Prey or Dishonored, you know what type of levels you're walking into. They're kind of open ended. It kind of go through how you want, that kind of thing. And then the catacombs are kind of your hub world, which are really nice. So it's cool. I'm really enjoying it. I've been playing it on Switch just because I know a lot of people are probably wondering how it runs or doesn't run on that system. But so far, I'm having a good time with it. It's pretty good. So the in-engine cutscenes are, how do I put this nicely? They need patched, but the CG cutscenes and the in-game kind of movement and stuff feels really good and looks fine. So it's good. I'm really enjoying it. But the big game I've been playing, I've probably put 7 or 8 hours in this weekend of was Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is.
I've heard enough about this game that all of a sudden I'm kind of interested. So please talk about this.
It's. So you played? Did you play Persona 4 on Vita, Matt?
Do you not fucking know who he is?
No, I don't.
That is more offensive than the question you asked me about my Iowa trip. That is way more offensive.
I didn't mean to ask it like, have you played it? I just meant like you played it, right? Because I'm gonna compare it to Persona.
Yes,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
So everything.
Played Persona 3 and 4 on Vita. Thank you, sir.
I don't know why I show up anymore.
Anyway, continue.
The school element and the social aspects of Persona are there, and it's very. It feels like somebody who worked on previous Fire Emblem games picked up a Vita and played some Persona 4 Golden is what it really feels like. All of the school activities are broken up into days and weeks. You have a calendar. You can do certain things on certain days. You can have what they call free time, where you go and explore the school and talk to the different characters and build your social links and stuff. Like all that stuff from Persona is there, except when you go into battle, instead of a traditional JRPG, it's Fire Emblem grid-based tactical RPG. So yeah, it's awesome. I've probably spent way more time exploring the school and talking to everybody than I do actually in battle. I think out of the 7 or 8 hours I've put into it, I've only been in battle like 4 times.
Okay.
So, but I mean, you don't have to do that. I just do it because I want to get the most out of building relationships and stuff.
Well, this is the one thing I like, but I also don't like about Persona is the minute you choose an activity, like that's your day.
Yeah. I mean, this does that too in some areas. There are activities that take time off of your day, and then there are other activities that don't do that.
Okay.
So a lot of the times you're gonna have to like pick and choose. Yeah, it tells you which I like when you open you go to these things called bulletin boards, and it'll give you like a big quest list, and it divides them up into quests that will take time off your day and quests like free time quests, which you can just do at your leisure or whatever. But you do need to do the free time quests before you do the day quests, obviously, because then it'll just erase those quests and you won't get them back. But sometimes there will be quests or daytime quests that take up half the day, and there'll be like 3 or 4 of them, and you'll have to pick which ones of those you want to do.
Right.
Just depending on how you want to build your team and stuff. So there is that aspect of it, which I don't really care for, but it hasn't really hindered my experience. It doesn't really happen as often as you would think it does.
Well, it leads me to believe there's probably one path where you optimize everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's definitely an optimization path. The other thing I didn't really care for either is they make you choose your house almost right away. Not like right away, but probably within the first 90 minutes of the game. Which, if you don't know, you're a teacher. You are a mercenary who becomes a professor at this military school. And it's divided up into 3 houses, kind of Harry Potter style. And also, whoever built this monastery watched a lot of Harry Potter, because the dining hall is definitely Harry Potter style, and the houses are separated into, so I'm
Which
really,
one,
huh?
Which one is Hufflepuff? Which one is Slytherin? And which one is Gryffindor? Are those even right? I don't even know.
No, those are all Harry Potter houses. Good job, Matt. I'm very
Oh,
proud of
okay,
you.
okay. Oh, good. That was what I was going for.
The only one you missed was Ravenclaw, but that's okay. You're allowed.
I mean, does anybody really miss Ravenclaw? Let's be real.
I mean, I'm
shaking his head like, what are we doing?
to be fair, Ravenclaw are the smart kids, and they didn't get involved in anything in the movies or the book, so they're the smart ones. Let's just put it that way. They're the boring smart ones. So, but I'm really enjoying Fire Emblem. I can see myself replaying this game a couple times just to see it, because like you get a totally different story depending on what house you choose. So
okay,
each house is kind of based on a region of the continent that you're on, and each one has a different type of political view, and and the story plays out based on that house's political view, and that each house has a leader of the house, and then each house also has a leading professor. So that's basically how they explain it in the story. So there's like a student who's the head of the house, and then each of the major professors is also the head of the house. So you pretty much work in tandem with the house leader to build your characters and stuff, and it's kind of cool. So I'm really enjoying it. After the show tonight, I'm probably gonna play for like an hour or so.
Nice.
I'm really liking it. If you have a Switch and you like RPGs and strategy games, this is probably a must-have for sure. Even if you're not a Fire Emblem fan, I would say even if you've never played a Fire Emblem and you're a Persona fan, this is probably the closest thing you're going to be getting to a Persona game for a while
on Switch.
So, yeah. Fire Emblem is, so far, it's my game of the year, although I have to admit I haven't really played a lot of games that have come out this year. So, but it's a game. It's a game that I feel like, how do I put it? I haven't felt this way about playing through a game since Breath of the Wild, really.
Okay.
Just like I want to like not go to sleep and just keep playing all day, and like. I've played some great games on Switch, don't get me wrong, but it's never like, oh, I have to like cut time, like cut family time, or lose sleep over it to play this game,
Right.
and I haven't really.
Or while you're doing other things, you're thinking about this.
Right. So, yeah, Fire Emblem's really good. I highly recommend it to anybody who's a JRPG fan, a strategy fan, a Persona fan. The characters are very cool. Like there's this one student, and I chose the Black Eagles just because they kind of have the play style that I
Is that the house?
yeah.
What are the three houses
The
called?
three houses are the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer.
Okay.
The Blue Lions are more of a, I would say, a magic based house. They're more
Okay.
of a ranged magic kind of. There's magic, and then there's something called faith,
Mhm.
which is more of like, if you think of it in RPG terms, is black magic and white magic.
Sure.
And then the Golden Deer are more of like a ranged physical attack, so like long range spears,
Mhm.
bows and arrows, and then as you kind of progress, you can have people learn how to ride horses and Pegasus,
Ooh,
and so you can have
Pegasus.
aerial archers, which is a really good advantage to have in the game. So
Would you say that in of those class types, there's not any that you feel like, oh, this is just trash, like filler? Do you feel like everyone you've encountered is kind of like it fits in with the way you would play the game?
well, it's the way you progress is like you start out, and like what I've been doing is the Black Eagles have are more of like sword and shield style characters,
Okay.
long double-handed axes, more up close and physical
Sound like my
characters.
type of people.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but what you can do is what I've really been doing, and this is where the free time walking around building your social link stuff, you can recruit characters from other houses to join your class, and they can request a transfer to your house. So I've recruited two archers that kind of hang back and
Fire from a
fire
distance.
from a distance. So
Nice.
you can put the work in to do that. Some characters take more work than others, but it's very rewarding once you get someone to transfer to your class. I remember the first time I did it, like I was trying to get this one archer because they're also a healer, which is nice. And by the way, you can customize your characters too. If you feel like one of your character you need an archer and you don't feel like recruiting people, there's lectures that you can do to teach characters other move sets. So if you have too many swordsmen on your team, you feel like one should be a healer or an archer or something, you can start teaching them through the lectures and trade classes with it. So that's pretty nice too. The customization is pretty deep if you put the work in.
Okay.
And what are the Black Eagles house? What's their deal?
They're more like up close sword and shields, big axes, and
So get in your face type of stuff.
yeah. And then the other thing too that they added to this game that hasn't been in previous game are battalions, which you can assign up to 3 kind of battalion leaders, which is usually your class leader, and then somebody else that you choose randomly. And you can do this thing called Gambit, where you have your battalion with you with that unit. Like in traditional Fire Emblem, you just use one unit versus one unit or whatever. In this, the battalions give up to 3 of your units an army to control as well. So you can do this thing called Gambit, where they rush and do double or triple the damage, or they'll miss entirely. But it's all kind of
Risk reward.
yeah. I'm actually just now getting to where I'm learning how to use the battalions correctly in the story. So I'll probably talk about that next week. But yeah, I like it a lot. The writing's really good too. Like some of the characters on my team, there's a girl in my class that's clearly in the story, she's foreign from the land that the school is in, so she's learning, the language of which is English, but she speaks improper English, and like it causes some really funny, endearing moments. Like she'll say something that she's not supposed to. Like there was I wish I could think of the one that was like really funny, but like she'll say something and she means something else, but it comes off funnier than it should be because she speaks improper English in like an endearing way, not in like a racist way, but more like an endearing way. So it's cool. It's really cool. And then you have to figure out how to treat characters based on, are they a commoner, are they royalty, are they from like a poor class, are they a mercenary? So there's a lot in this game that seems overwhelming, but the game does a great job of teaching you how to move through it. So
in terms of characters you are the player is controlling, is it an RNG XCOM situation, or is it like, or are you controlling the characters that I would know from Fire Emblem by playing Smash?
no, every Fire Emblem has new characters. You will be playing new characters. And in terms of, it's not really XCOM-y. It's more just a grid-based battle system where you're.
Well, no, I meant like in terms of the characters.
Oh.
Like where like every character in XCOM is essentially randomly generated, and then the player can go in and name them.
Yeah, these are all already set characters. They're not randomly generated characters.
Okay.
So.
And then is permadeath a thing or no?
It is, but you can turn it off, and if you turn it on, there's also. Beforehand, if you had it on, you either let the character die or you would have to start the battle over, which some of the later battles take 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a character, without getting too spoilery, there's like a character that lives as a voice in your head that allows you to use, quote, the hands of time, which will allow you to turn back however many turns you want to, once or twice depending on the battle.
Okay.
So that's very useful. I used it once already. It was very useful. There was a unit that I got too aggressive with, and she got surrounded and died, and I just used the hands of time and reversed back probably 4 or 5 turns and re-strategized and moved. So
if I ever play Fire Emblem, I will constantly refer to that character as Cher because they turn back time.
If I could turn back time.
Oh wait, I can.
Rewind turns.
Oh boy.
Anything else you're playing, Corey?
No, that's pretty much it. Fire Emblem, I mean, like I said, Fire Emblem's taking up most of my time. I know Mutant Year Zero comes out on Switch tomorrow, as of this recording, which I still want to play through, but I'm pretty sure it's Fire Emblem I'm just gonna spend a ton of time with. So
you could probably also wait on Mutant Year Zero.
I know. I feel like
they get like some patches in to make it, to optimize it. You know.
Yeah, well, not just that, but it seems like a game that will be on sale around Black Friday.
Probably.
So, but I played it on Game Pass, and I knew it was coming to Switch, so I was like, I think I'm gonna wait for the Switch version because I'll be more likely to play this when it on in handheld mode. So, but yeah. What a Fire Emblem though, great game, great. Yeah. It's up
getting
there.
Good reviews.
Yeah,
piqued my interest.
I mean, like as someone who is genuinely not interested in Fire Emblem, just hearing the talk around this one, I'm like, okay, I think I might have to look at this.
Well, here's the thing with the last Fire Emblem, Shadows of Valencia, which was kind of a remake of one of the NES ones that never made it over here. They did some experimenting with a lot of the stuff that actually ended up in this game, and I was like, oh man, I do not like this. I just want plain old Fire Emblem. So I went back to Fates and Awakening and played through those again. But I did not like Shadows of Valencia all that much. But and when they said that they were pulling a lot of the stuff that they were doing in that game and kind of refining it, I honestly was kind of worried. I was like, man, I love Fire Emblem, but I did not care for Shadows of Valencia that much. And so far they've done a lot to improve on those mechanics and kind of, refresh some of them and took out what wasn't working and improved stuff that needed some work. So I can see why this game was delayed 1.5 years. So
Okay.
Nice.
But it's good.
Sorry, Moose.
I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne. I've been streaming it. I think today.
I tuned into one of your streams last week.
I think today was the first day I didn't stream.
No,
yesterday. I started Wednesday and just went ham on it. So I was doing
finally using that affiliate status.
Friday night. So I started a no weapons upgrade run, and then the part 2 I was playing got really ugly because it's I think I made the mistake of trying to put too much into the weapon, strength, not in the weapon, but too much into strength, which will affect your attack, and not enough into my survivability. So I feel like I need to do my traditional leveling style and see how it goes. And sadly, Eileen died, so so I was like, I got to restart this playthrough because I don't want her dead because I want the what you get from her at the end. And so Thursday night I switched from doing that to co-op and did some co-op, and then I decided to do a Kirkhammer run. And so I've been doing a Kirkhammer run and then just some co-op here or there with some friends of mine from Richie's stream community, which has been awesome. Shout out to Paint Squirrel. But having a lot of fun with that, just having a lot of fun running around, playing that, and they're having a lot of fun too. So it's all good. It's always fun when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like that community too. I mean, I don't interact as much as I would like, but they're all pretty solid people.
They are awesome people. Spoilers: Richie's gonna be on the show soon.
Again?
Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 of streaming.
Awesome.
Just have him on with some people. Mentioned it to him, so we got to get our ducks in a row before that happens. But people will know. We'll let y'all know. But it won't be hey, this day, the day before he's on. But and then I started streaming some Division 2. I did that on Saturday. I think I did. Yeah, I did Saturday. And I'm enjoying Division 2. Finding that it's going to be a little grindy. Matt, I got to wait till you can hear this. But so Division 2 is a little grindy because you need to get a lot of damage to elites on your gear. And the way you get damage to elites on your gear is by grinding for weapons mods. And you need to do level 3 control points to get your blueprints. And so it's a bunch of grinding. So I was doing that before Kelly and I went to dinner Saturday. And I did the challenge day, and I was going to do some grinding on that. And it was just the way they have it set up. The control points they're not hard to get to level 3, but they're sometimes the way they have it set up, it's hard to get reinforcements in to attack that control point. I did a propaganda thing, and it's such and such was raised to level 2. It was none of the control points near me. I couldn't even find the control point on the map to be this went to level 2. So at a certain point, I was just getting frustrated, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the invasion missions. So I switched over to the invasion missions. I don't know if you're aware of this map, but the first DLC came out. So they released a patch, fixed things. Turrets. I use the turret and the healing drone, so now the turret is like it does 21% more damage. Cooldown's taken down to 60 seconds from 240. Or maybe not 240. It might have been like 180. Anyways, it's significantly cut down. And then also your healing drone has like double the health. Not healing health, but like the health to stay in the fight. So the balancing has been really good since the patch came out. And so now I'm just trying to work towards getting better gear and getting these weapons mods. But those have been pretty much what I've been playing besides Zelda on Switch. So shout out to Jesse. He told me about the app. Hold on a second.
I was looking at that app he talked about. That looks crazy.
Breath Companion on Google Play is awesome, and it is amazing because it's just basically the map, and it shows you everything you would want to track, like everything you'd want to track. And I'm trying to get Korak seeds, so like what I'm doing right now is so like I was using the online map that I mentioned before, and what is it, ZeldaDungeons.net, I think it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then I'm using printed out maps to like cross it off. And so I'm like,
fucking Pepe Silvia over here.
So, no. I only have I maybe have like 15 left on the paper map. And once I finish that, I'm just gonna go through the actual app and just check them off. Actually, that's kind of what I was doing before we started the show. Like I was just like, I know this entire up left region, like the what is it? The
that's snowy region.
Hebra Tundra and the Hebra Mountains. I know like that entire upper left region. I'm done because that's where I started. Because they divide it. The printed maps are like divided into 9 blocks.
Yeah.
And so I just picked the upper left block and was like, let's go do this. And so I'm almost done with it. But then after I finish that, I'm gonna cross them all off and just start using the companion on my phone while I'm playing. So I don't have to because it's awesome because you can click on the seed, it shows you a little picture, tells you what you have to do for it, and then you can click done. You can be done. And so I try not to use the hints unless it's complete, you're like, what the heck am I doing here? Like there was one that I was trying to find, and apparently it was something you had to start up somewhere else and float down to it. And so that's what's also nice about the app too. Like if you have to climb somewhere, or if you have to stand on a platform and then paraglide down through a target to get the seed, it shows the little line to tell you that that's what you have to do. And so it's a pretty cool app. It's also got the Lionel's locations, which is nice. It's got gem locations. It shows where the ancients are in case you want to farm parts to get your ancient arrows and stuff like that. And so I'm enjoying the app. So I'm very glad that he shared that. And so, like I said, I'll be using that to get all of the Korak seeds and probably farm some good stuff as far as gear goes. But
I just want to say that it warms my heart that all 3 of us, on some level, were on our own bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
gameplay-wise.
Sounds
so.
about right.
Yeah, Corey's on his Fire Emblem. You're on your.
I'm on my roguelike shit.
I'm on my Bloodborne shit. So yeah,
Moose is on his Bloodborne Breath of the Wild. So basically,
hey man,
the state of the Nerds Gone Rogue Union is alive and well.
I'm just saying. Look, if you didn't know what you signed up for 156 episodes ago, then,
yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I realized that in the Twitch chat, there's some new listeners. Hey, how are you? This is
it. This is it.
Look, if you want to go listen to old episodes, you're gonna hear the same stuff.
I'm pretty sure you could go to between when Moose started and now. All of these games.
I'm pretty sure Bloodborne, Fire Emblem, Destiny,
Binding of Isaac,
and Spelunky all get mentioned in at least one episode a month, at least.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those.
I would take that bet.
Also, I know Fire Emblem just came out, and I know Division 2 just got some new DLC. But but I feel like the three of us, well, I know Matt and I are waiting for Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
So like I feel like this is the lull leading up to that. So it's like a month until Borderlands 3 well, a month and a half until Borderlands 3 drops. Also, I'm looking forward to Link's Awakening. I will adhere to my Twitter poll,
Same.
which was the other game that I picked, so I will be picking that up. But like right now, it's just kind of like working through Division 2, trying to get some more play. Oh, I played with Alan. That was a lot of fun.
By the way, Moose, just to throw this out there, if I don't know if you're buying stuff digital on Switch or not, but the last day to buy those Nintendo vouchers is Thursday.
Yes.
And it's $50 a game instead of $60. So I didn't know.
Yeah, I bought the set. I think you have to buy 2.
You have to buy at least 2 at a time.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't know what you're talking about.
If you subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, you get the opportunity to purchase game vouchers, which are just digital tickets that you turn in for Nintendo's first party games. And there's a couple third party games on there. I think Dragon Quest 11 is on there, Dragon Quest Builders, Octopath Traveler, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then all of Nintendo's first party is also on there.
But I don't know if it like works for people that are under your family. I think does it work for them, or does it have to be?
It's account based, so I'm not 100% sure.
I'll do some research before I go to work tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just locked because, man, I think you're on my family, right?
I am on your family. Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's locked. So
no, I think they can all use it as long as they're not kids accounts, quote unquote.
Okay.
I think it will work because I know some people who are on the family plan are buying these vouchers. Which
it is my account, so we'll just see what happens.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't know if you had to not be under like a family plan for the online and have like paid the full price for online. What I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Matt.
Okay.
So
and I was just referring to the fact that I'm a child.
Well,
yeah, but I allowed you access, so
that's true.
You don't have my credit card, so it's
you got fucked up, Dad.
But yeah, so I picked up the vouchers not too long ago, and because I wanted Mario Maker 2, and then like I said, I was like, oh well, there's Daemon X Machina coming out soon. There's Astral Chain. There's Link's Awakening. So I was just like, there's a bunch of games coming out, and it's smart to save like the $20. So I just have that one waiting there, and like you can't use it until like the game's pre-order until it becomes able to pre-order it. So I gotta wait. I probably, like you were saying, like 2 weeks before it launches, which is weird because it's like there's games that come out later than that are on there that you can pre-order, and I'm like, Nintendo, just get your shit together, like set it up for pre-order, So, oh wait, we're talking about Nintendo, but anyways, yeah. So I think like it's just you've got Fire Emblem, which will probably be what you'll be playing for a while. I mean, what is your next big game that you're looking at? Because like I said, Matt and I is probably like Borderlands 3.
I mean, Destiny comes out the week after Borderlands, so
the new expansion.
Yeah, so I mean that'll probably be it for sure. But I mean, Link's Awakening and Luigi's Mansion 3 are also on my list. So those
like this fall is like ridiculously packed.
Control also is a game that I really want to play.
That game looks real good.
By the way, IGN Unfiltered's Sam Lake interview was awesome. So yeah, it's awesome. I don't know if you guys listen to IGN Unfiltered, but it's a really good once a month developer interview series that Ryan McCaffrey does.
I've cherry picked episodes. I don't subscribe.
Yeah, but the Sam Lake one he wrote the first 2 Max Payne games, Alan Wake, Quantum Break. It was an awesome interview. I highly recommend listening to it, especially if you're interested at all in Control. So.
Well, I'm interested. I'm usually interested in what like those devs have to say. Like that's why. I mean, I should just fucking subscribe to that show.
Yeah, it's really interesting. They go into like the development of Max Payne and how they couldn't find an actor to play a Max Payne, so Sam Lake just like jumped in the booth and scanned his face in. So like Max Payne's face is literally the writer of the game's face.
Nice.
So
nice. Okay. Before we get to questions, I wanted to share another little anecdote that I forgot to share about my Iowa trip this year. So my sister thought it would be a genius idea to give me this shirt.
Wow.
Moose, you might want to take a look.
I see who's drinking so much Bud Light.
so yeah. So there's that. Also,
like
my parents, my parents are awesome. I sit down Friday, like in their house. And my dad goes, so do you watch YouTube?
Dad, I'm on YouTube. You should have said that. You should have been like,
I said, I do quite a bit. I host a podcast on YouTube. He's like, get out of town.
This is the best.
I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do. So
going on 4 years now.
Now I know my parents. I know not to just inundate them with technology stuff the minute I get interested in something, because they respond to it like folks do in their 60s. They're like, nope, not interested. Well, you have to let them come to it through their own volition. So my parents, my dad really likes RVs. So he follows an RV channel. I believe it's called Changing Lanes. And it's a pretty cool story. In fact, through that channel, I'll just plug something that he got me interested in. There's the people who do the music for that town. I think his name is Billy Bill. Has an album called Billy Bill on Parole. Really good instrumental rockabilly. You should check it out. But anyway, so he showed me that, and I'm like, hey, do you want to see what I do on YouTube? So I showed him our episode 100 previews. I showed him our channel commercials that Corey has put up. And he's like, wow, you guys are really good at this.
Oh,
I'm like, you know what? You need to tell Corey that. So I will pass that along, because he's the one who's done all of that. So you have impressed my dad, Corey.
Cool. I should make a shirt that just said, I impress Matt's dad.
You should.
Well, I mean, my dad just recently discovered the magic of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has subscribed to like almost every single Disney Parks channel on YouTube.
Awesome.
And he the other day, I went over there to clean some more stuff out of their house, and it's mostly my stuff from when I was a kid. He watched like 4 hours of Disney food blog on YouTube while I was there, just the whole time, just sitting there watching it on his giant 4K TV. He's just like, I wonder if there's any new restaurants opening up, and he just clicks on Disney food blog, and sure enough, there's a new restaurant opening at Animal Kingdom that he's all excited about.
nice.
Can't wait to go there.
I mean, it does look good. Dude, there's mac and cheese topped with spicy barbecue pulled pork. Just saying. It sounds amazing. Not in the Florida heat, but it still sounds amazing.
I mean,
Well, I'm sure the restaurant's going to be air conditioned.
Yeah, well, most of the ones at Animal Kingdom are outside.
Just too heavy for outside.
I know, but we're going. Me and him are actually taking a trip in February or March. Just me and him down there. So
Nice.
yeah,
That'll be fun.
It's going to be interesting, to say the least. He's probably going to make me eat the whole time, because that's all he likes to do when he goes down there is eat. Dude, him and my mom went by themselves for the first time since like the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And they kept sending me, they probably sent me probably close to 100 pictures of food that they would get down there. And no joke, dude, it was like big old breakfast, like biscuits and gravy, waffles, eggs and bacon, like in like these huge sit down dinners like they would get and stuff. They come home from my trip from their trip, and like my mom sent me pictures of my dad eating food like every 2 or 3 hours, literally every 2 or 3 hours, right? Like
Sounds like me on a cruise.
Whether it was like ice cream or hot dogs or chips or food, like breakfast, dinner type food, whatever. They get home from their vacation. First thing my dad says was like, Yeah, I didn't get to eat as much as I wanted to because it was just so darn hot down there. I was like, what do you mean?
You were eating every 2 hours.
My battery was dying at work because all you guys did was send me pictures of food. So,
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love my dad, but I don't know. My dad is a relatively small man, right? He's like 5'9", 5'10", maybe 175 pounds. Like, he's a small dude, right? Like, and he can pack away food like I don't know. I've never seen somebody pack away so much food and not grow round.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like he's the kind of guy that just like he drinks like Coke like it's going out of style too. Like every time he sits down, he'll crack open a Coke and drink it, and then go get another one, and then go get another one, and like eat food at like midnight, 1 o'clock. He's just I don't understand. I don't know where it goes. I smell food and I gain like 10 pounds.
You know.
I'm like, oh, get that food away from me. I'm gonna gain some weight.
Right.
And it could be like a salad, and I smell the ranch dressing on it. It's like, ugh. So, yep.
Okay. So let's get to questions.
Sorry for that long story, guys.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. You can email your question in nerdsgonerogue@gmail.com. You can ask us questions at Twitter @nerdsgonerogue. If you want to do the Insta thing, @nerdsgonerogue_official. You could ask him in our Facebook group, Nerds Gone Rogue Community on Facebook. Anywhere you can interact with us, you could say, hey, got a question. The more absurd the question, the more likely we are to have an answer. Starting off this week, the man, the myth, the legend, Deshaun Malone. What are your top 3 games of the year so far? Also, what color controllers are you rocking? Do you feel the need to use something other than standard black?
Yes.
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 The controllers
Okay.
I'm rocking, first of all, I figure that'll be easier to do first. I'm rocking the pink Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch Pro controller.
Oh, that one looks sexy.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It was very limited when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out. Yeah, it has a better D-pad on it than the regular Switch Pro controllers. This is like the first time they revised it or whatever. There's small revisions in the new Pro controllers, but this was like the first one that did it. So for Xbox, I'm rocking this clean gray with green sticks look.
Ooh. Look at you. You have an Xbox sidekick.
I do. It's awesome. And then for PS4, I'm rocking the orange and blue.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's what I'm rocking.
Nice.
Also, my Joy-Cons are blue. Sexy blue
Very cool.
Joy-Cons. Cool. What sexy controllers are you guys rocking?
Moose?
Yeah.
So for the PS4, I don't have them with me, but I have the Star Wars PS4 Pro controller because it came with my PS4 Pro.
Oh, do you have the Star Wars PS4 Pro?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Did I miss that conversation too?
I don't know.
I was like, wasn't that a year ago at this point?
Yeah, I got it around the time God of War was coming out because I wanted the God of War PS4 Pro.
You know what? You might have actually been out because you might have.
Oh, because of Riley?
You might have been having Riley around that point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fair.
And then...
So I really did miss that conversation.
Yeah.
I actually have 4 controllers. I got the old traditional white. I've got the Uncharted 4.
Ooh, the Uncharted 4
DualShock
blue DualShock is beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, so I have that. And then I have, like I said, the Star Wars. And then I also have the 500 million system sold version of PS4 controller. And so I'll rotate like 2 controllers at a time. Like I have one that sits on the charger and I use one and then 2 of them just sit to like, so I rotate the wear and tear on my controllers because I know people like go through them like they're nothing. And I'm like, that's not me. So those are my PS4 controllers. My Switch controller, I have just the traditional black Pro controller, and then I have the 8-bit Do controller, and then the Joy-Cons are just gray. Um, I'm looking at getting that new 8-bit Do controller, the programmable one, because it just looks freaking awesome. Super sweet. But
I really want the Game Boy themed 8-bit Do.
yeah.
That.
Yeah, the D-pad's really cool on that one.
Yeah. That's like
It's
the one I really want.
well, that's the one that's out right now, because I think the one that me and Matt have, the Super Famicom one and the regular Super Nintendo one,
Yeah.
have been discontinued, and the only one that you can really order like from them that's in supply is the Game Boy version.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you could probably find it for resellers, but you're not going to get it through 8-bit.
Yeah. Amazon has it for $45, the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy one.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me they have the Super Nintendo. I would think that the one with the color buttons, the Super Famicom one, would sell out more, just because. I mean, I bought it because I like the color scheme. So
Yeah, I was always jealous. I never had that here when I had a Super Nintendo. That's the only reason I bought it. So with me, I have the same orange controller that Corey showed. I have the 500 million. I have a silver PS4 DualShock 4 and a red DualShock 4, and I think I have two standard black ones. I think one of my standard black one is I have a two standard black and a blue one, and one of the standard black and the blue one, the triggers are actually broken, so I can't use them. And to answer the final question, yes, I do like having different controllers because I think different colors are cool.
They're also, in my opinion, they're like the Pro ones now, the ones that have the light on the top in the trackpad, which is also like the Star Wars one actually says Star Wars on the trackpad. Like it's pretty bitchin'. But anyways, like I feel like their rubber is a little like it's harder than it is like soft, like the older PS4 controllers. Like the rubber's softer, and I don't know. I don't like that.
I feel like my hands stick to it a little bit more, which I like because I'm a person who gets sweaty hands while gaming. And then for Switch, I have the Super Famicom and Super Nintendo 8-bit Do, as well as red Joy-Cons.
Ooh, because you got the Mario one.
Because I got the Mario Odyssey one. Yeah. I will probably get the Hori one when I get Daemon X Machina.
That big kind of like it almost.
Yeah,
looks like
I might as well just make my Switch look like a sound bar.
I mean, you might as well. Why not?
Yeah, it's already huge.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
But
I do not have a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and I don't think I need one because I have a good partner who convinced me. Oh yeah, you don't need one because you have those. And then, so do we want to talk about our 3 favorite games of the year thus far?
We could try. We could do our best.
I know mine.
What are your 3? Hold on. Don't tell me. Sekiro, Mario Maker 2. I don't know. I give
up. The third one is the hardest one. It is Sekiro and Mario Maker 2 are 1 and 2 so far. I actually have a hard time separating Cadence of Hyrule and Division 2.
Ooh. Nice.
So yeah. Moose, Corey?
Mine are probably Far Cry New Dawn. That was a lot of fun. That's probably like number 3.
Okay.
Right now. And then Super Mario Maker 2, perhaps. At 2, and then number 1 would be Division 2.
Okay.
Blast with that right now because I'm like I can't think of any other Sony games that I've played a lot of recently that have come out. So
this has been a weird year because every time I think I'm going to put the Switch down for a while, I pick it back up and don't play anything else.
Yeah.
Corey?
Well, Mario Maker 2 is on my list because I didn't think it was gonna be. It was like I was excited for this game because Matt was excited for it. To be honest with you, I never really I tried to get into the first one and then I just got infuriated with people's levels and then I would rage quit to the point where I just stopped playing it.
I mean, you did it right. You did it right.
But I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I'm still working on that third level, like I said at the top of the show. It's actually done. Like my planned level is done. I just have to beat it and upload it. Fire. I don't know if it's too early to say Fire Emblem or not, but that would be on my list for sure. Man, I really don't know. I've been like really trying to not buy games that I'm not interested in this year.
Right.
Yeah.
And not really a lot of has interested me this year, and a lot like the Xbox first party stuff has been on Game Pass, so that hasn't really like
been a factor.
Yeah, so yeah. I don't know. I really like what I've played of Bloodstained.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good game.
I guess that or Marvel right at this point, which I'm kind of surprised Marvel too, because like that first hour is like straight up bad, I think. But yeah, I guess that I haven't really purchased anything this year. Fire Emblem, like I mean Yoshi's Crafted World I bought, it was okay. But it's not like, I'm having a trouble thinking of games that I've just really loved this year, and right now it's just Super Mario Maker 2 and Fire Emblem. I didn't get into the Division like I wanted to. I don't know what it was, but just didn't. I didn't get Sekiro yet, so sorry guys.
That's all right. No one here is mad at you.
Someone will be. I'll get an angry tweet later at some point.
At least you get angry tweets.
I do like what I've been playing of Wolfenstein Youngblood. I will say that.
That's good.
So, sorry, I picked 5 instead of 3. I know that's
whatever.
Doesn't matter.
And then so I mean, you know what? Finally, we're giving Deshaun more than he asks for.
That's true.
To be fair,
he asks for more than what we can give him.
Yeah, he does.
To be fair,
but we try every time.
the games I've been looking forward to aren't out yet. Like Gears 5 isn't out yet. I actually really want to get back into Monster Hunter because Iceborne, the stuff I've been watching on that looks pretty cool. So
yeah, Monster Hunter looks real good.
Did that come out this year or last year?
Last year.
All right.
And that game is so good. I wish I could just play more of that and not be drawn away from it the way I was. So let's move on. Zach D'Angelo, I just wanted to say I love the show and I'm happy to see you're all still doing one after many smaller podcasts seem to fizzle out. Found it through a friend who loves Nintendo and thought I'd write in. What franchises would you love to see revived that haven't been around in a while? What style or genre would you like to see them in? This is always a tough one because I'm like, what hasn't been around in a while?
I mean, man, this question was he also emailed the NX show. This is the same question we just answered this weekend.
Okay.
I think, man, I didn't really have an answer for this. I said Star Fox cross F-Zero I think would be a freaking crazy game. Plus that Star Fox Grand Prix game sounded like exactly what this would be if there was one. So that rumored Star Fox game Retro was working on before they got pulled on to Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. I mean, I think the easy one for me would be I'd like Infamous to come back, but I'd like to come back as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Siphon Filter.
Where's our PS4 Infamous collection? Every other game has gotten a collection except for, well, I guess like Infamous, Killzone, and Resistance are like the 3 games that haven't gotten PS4 collections, I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I guess. I mean,
Which-
I guess there's a lot that haven't, but
Well, they're
I mean-
also on PS now, probably.
yeah, no, but who wants that?
I believe me, I know.
Have you tried PS Now lately? So I tried
Never
it like
tried it.
I tried it right when it came out, and I probably picked the wrong game for this. I picked God of War Ascension, which, look, stylized action games are probably not the game to start that with.
No.
Yeah, it did not work great, and so like probably a couple months ago, I tried it again. I was like, what game should I try? The God of War HD collection is on here. Let's play God of War 2. Yeah, still not working great. And I have super fast, reliable internet, so yeah.
I mean, I'd like another Rayman game.
Yeah.
would
Rayman
be really
Legacy. Remember, there was one rumored
Yeah.
right before E3 called Rayman Legacy, and it was the third game in the Origins, Legends, whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. I'd also like.
Rayman Legends and Origins are
I
great
mean,
games.
you know, you'd never get a no from me if Ratchet and Clank are around.
You
I
think we'll
love
get
that
another
series.
one now that they're working on Spider-Man so much?
I have no idea.
I think both those games did extremely well. Obviously, Spider-Man did a lot better than Ratchet and Clank. Not that Ratchet and Clank wasn't a great game,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
feel
Insomniac
like,
has two teams, right?
what's that?
Insomniac has two teams, right?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. They probably
Because they were working on that VR project too.
yeah,
Every
they're still doing that.
Insomniac on multiple occasions said they're kind of done with Ratchet, but then they always end up bringing another one back. But I think they are a studio that will do it when the time is right, rather than just putting one out.
Well, I also think like the remaster / remake did it like refined it a little bit, and it did a great job of reintroducing it to people because like it sold really well.
It's
Yeah.
still one of the best games on the console as far as I'm
So,
concerned.
and it's like playing a Pixar movie,
Mhm.
or so.
I would like another Sly Cooper game.
That'd be cool.
The team that did Sly 4, Sanzaru, I like how that one came about. Like that team pitched the idea of doing a Sly game to Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch was like, "Well, we want to do a Sly game, but we've moved on, so we don't think it'll ever happen." So they actually they did. I guess they did a mock-up of something and said, "Hey, this is what we can do. We'd like to try our hand at this game. Give you guys, that way you don't have to do it, and you guys have like a say in it somehow, I guess." And Sucker Punch was like, "Yeah, go ahead. I would like them to do another Sly game." And I realized that Sly 4 was just more Sly Cooper. In the eyes of most, it wasn't breaking new ground. It wasn't planting a flag anywhere. I don't think that series needs to.
I mean, not every series needs to do that.
Right, exactly. So I would like. Apparently, Alan's in the chat. Did we answer his question yet? I didn't see his question, so
I think his question was
it was on Facebook. I didn't
okay.
really copy and paste anything from Facebook or Twitter.
I woke up at 7:45, so I haven't had a chance to really engage with anything yet. So if anything, if someone wants to bring that in, we'll do that as our final question.
You know what? I think we can answer it right now because it's
okay.
It's short. So
all right. What's his question?
Let me get there real quick. If my computer would.
Well, has everyone? We've all answered Zach's, right? We're all pretty. I mean, we could just sit here and spit out franchise.
Yeah, we can continue.
All right, I have Alan's question, and Matt, prepare to laugh. Moose,
okay.
Prepare to shake your head in sadness. Alan says, "Does Moose listen to Bloodborne soundtrack when he's making whoopee with his wife?"
Hell yeah, he does.
Yes.
No, he listens to Ween's "I've Got to Put the Hammer Down." Fuck you, Alan.
Anyway,
Megan Green also tweeted us a question, but
yes,
we can get
I
to
like
that
that
later.
question.
All right, we'll make Megan's our final question because
All
I'm gonna get to Ashley Davidson next. Hey guys, just a quick one. Are there any games that you go back to for nostalgia purposes? Love y'all. Thank you, Ashley. Love you right back. Let's see. If you rewind to the top of the show where we talked about games.
Pretty much everything that we talked about. Bloodborne, Spelunky,
Destiny, Binding of Isaac,
Binding of Isaac,
some sort of Souls-like game.
I mean, I used to go back to Mario 64 quite frequently.
Mhm.
Which that game was just so good.
I know.
It was such a good game.
They were streaming N64 games on Giant Bomb last week or maybe 2 weeks ago or something, and that was the first game they played. I'm like, man, I used to play a lot of Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love, like, I know it'll probably never happen, but I would love to see Mario 64 remade in the Odyssey engine.
Yeah, that would be really
that'd be awesome.
Like, yeah.
Apparently they remade it in Dreams. Is Dreams even out yet?
Yes, it's in beta.
The creator beta thing is out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made it in there. So
I mean, usually before work, if I'm like super bored, like if I don't want to play like what I've been playing on Switch, I will actually fire up Nintendo Online and like I'll go into like Super Mario Brothers 2 or Super Mario 3, Pro Wrestling, Metroid, those games. Because I like those games. Like Super Mario 2, I just like to listen to that music. That music's amazing. Yeah, exactly. I could just jam out to that for hours. Okay, we'll stop. What's Megan's?
Fanto.
Oh, fuck that guy. So let's move on to Megan's question. She'll be our final one of the night.
She just asked how mine and Moose's weight loss challenge was going.
Was this a challenge?
No, not.
I thought y'all weren't doing challenges.
No, not between us. I did a challenge with Jason and Justin, and that ended in April. The end of April when Jason's daughter was born, and I won. I lost 11% body fat, and Jason and Justin lost like 1%, something like that. And so we're actually doing a second one, and it starts Friday.
Cool.
So it'll be for the whole 3 months. We're doing 3 months again. It'll be the 3 months that Jason's off, taking care of Amelia. Well,
Jason wants his money back.
I think he kind of he does, and I'm like, I mean, even if he puts in double the effort, that's 2%. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not shit talking. I'm just like, hey, y'all want to do another round 2? And Jason was like, sure. He's like, man, he's like, I'm home for 3 months, and he's like, I could do really good, or I could do a lot of damage. And I said, exactly. Like, it could play out the same way.
Based on this, like there are a couple of things. There are a couple of priorities you could look at Jason's schedule. Like he has trophies that he has to continuously beat you and Jeff in.
Right.
He has a new child that he has to keep alive. Otherwise, his wife may murder him.
Right. Which I think he will. He's a very good dad.
I'm not saying he's not.
I'm just saying I don't think that's going to be an issue. But
all of these things get in the way of going to the gym or maintaining a workout regimen.
Well, I see. Here's
and trust me, and I'm only projecting myself into this. If I have 3 months off, I'm doing a lot of goddamn sleeping.
Well, I love that idea. But my thing is, he didn't go to the gym like I did.
Right.
I don't know if he wasn't working out. I don't think he was monitoring his like portion controls and meals and stuff like that I was. And so I think that's what killed him. And so this time around, I think I don't know. We'll see what he changes.
Mhm.
Like maybe he curbs his portion controls or watches all the meals. Like, because sometimes he'll tell me, like, when him and the wife and the daughters go out for dinner, and tells me what he's eating, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, how are you? I'd put on like Corey says, I would put on like 20 pounds looking at the meal put in front of me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so it'll be fun.
Mhm.
But
Corey?
Corey, I know, is still losing weight and doing a fantastical job.
I'm trying. Since the beginning of the year, I've lost 73 pounds. I don't know what my end goal is right now. Like, this area looks like someone who's lost a lot of weight and the skin is still there. So
Yep.
it's like,
Yeah.
It's dangly.
kind of, yeah. So I'm also on like super, like the last couple, I'd say like the last month or so, like I've been a little bit more lenient on my diet than I was at first. I mean, I'm not like eating Wendy's every day or anything, but like,
Yeah.
for breakfast, I'll have like an English muffin with my eggs or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So but we're leaving on vacation in 10 days. So like from now until then, I'm on super strict just to like, yeah, not that it's going to matter. I'm going to look like this weird, like semi fat guy with skin going everywhere. Like Chris Farley running in slow motion on the beach. And what movie was that? No,
I don't know.
Or in the Chippendales SNL skit.
Yeah, there you go.
One of those. I don't know, but it's still going, still trucking along. So I think my ultimate goal is to lose 100 pounds total.
Huh?
So I'm almost.
Yeah.
there.
I feel like you do that, just continue making good decisions.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's been the only real routine you've needed, it seemed like, because you seem like you're making good decisions and the weight's just starting to fall off. So
Yeah, I mean it's
or
all
continuing to fall off. I
and
should
like
say.
about 90% of it is just the dietary
Mhm.
limitations too. Like I don't have a lot of time to like go work out. I work out maybe twice a week. I try.
Mhm.
I mean, depending on work and stuff, but also moving inside at work I've been more active instead of just sitting. So it's kind of working there too. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. I think my wife's like, "Are you gonna stop?" I'm like, "No."
Because Sana wants her teddy bear.
I know. No, but it's funny because like just involuntarily, Sana's kind of been on the diet too because we eat the same thing for breakfast and dinner because we're home together.
Right.
So she's like involuntarily losing weight too on accident, and like I don't think she likes it.
She's like, we need more garbage, please.
Yeah. She's like, where's the bread and the potatoes and the
Yeah.
I'm like, in the freezer. Make them yourself.
Yeah, that's right. You tell her. Be like,
now, are you the cook, Corey? Because I actually don't know.
Yeah. I usually come home and cook dinner and make breakfast every morning.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're in control,
Well,
essentially.
I
the
cook what she
food.
Look, she's the grocery shopper, so I make what she brings home.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I'm really tired of salad and vegetables and chicken, but that's pretty much all I've been eating the last 7 months.
Sure.
For dinner.
I can see how you get tired of that.
But I mean, it's gone from like I'm excited to eat because I like food to it's fuel to keep moving to stay alive. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a show.
Also, if you're trying to lose weight and you start this weird diet that I've been on, be prepared to have some weird poops for the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. They're real watery. There you go. They're not as solid as you would want them to be. Sometimes they're scary. Sometimes you think there's something wrong.
Oh,
And
for
there
those
might
of
be.
you, for those of you that have stuck it out this episode, we've hit every note.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Look, man.
Every note, from being up on our bullshit to poops.
Look, vegetable poops with no bread is very scary sometimes. So, yep.
Cleaning out the colon.
Yeah, cleaning out.
It's like a roto-rooter for humans.
Stay in school, kids.
So that has been. Let's flush this episode down the toilet. That has been episode 156 of Nerds Gone Rogue. I have been Matthew Keel. You can find me at @Infinite_Rewind everywhere I want to be on the socials. Hit me up there. Yeah.
Send dick pics.
No. Please don't. Please. I am not Ann Perkins from Parks and Rec. I cannot diagnose anything. Moose, where can we find you?
Find me on PSN, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, everywhere I want to be. You can watch me, Jason, and Jeff discuss.
Bombard his Twitch streams with dick pics.
On Tuesday nights, we go
pigs in a blanket.
we go live around 9 p.m. Tuesday evenings. That's Eastern Standard Time, and then the episode goes up for viewing pleasure on YouTube, or you can listen to it at your podcast service of choice Thursday mornings around 7. And that's about it. Oh, you can email us at nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at ng_platinum. So
Yeah.
Word.
Corey, take us home.
All right, you can find me at CoreyNHD713 on Twitter. You can also find me at CoreyNHD on Instagram and Twitch. You can find all of our content on nerdsgonerogue.com. I have been writing again, so I'm very excited to post something later this week. Very excited. Remember to enter our Astral Chain giveaway. The details are at the top of the show. You can follow us on Twitter at NerdsGoneRogue, Instagram at NerdsGoneRogue_official, and twitch.tv/NerdsGoneRogue. Subscribe to youtube.com/NerdsGoneRogue, and subscribe on your podcast service of choice. Rate us, give us those 5 stars, review us, all that stuff. Anything I forgot? I don't think so. If I did, oh well. Until
Peace
next
out,
week,
party.
we love you. Goodbye.
Banana and out.
You're welcome.